Earnestness is the only condition of success. All will happen as you want it, provided you really want it. Want the best, the highest happiness, the greatest freedom. Your earnestness will determine the rate of progress. It is enough to stop thinking and desiring anything but the Supreme. The idea of enlightenment is of utmost importance. Just to know that there is such a possibility changes one's entire outlook. If you are truly earnest and honest, the attainment of reality will be yours. Whatever name you give it, will or steady purpose or one-pointedness of the mind, you can come back to earnestness, sincerity, honesty. So here he is saying it doesn't matter what name we call it, it's a drive from within. It's a thirst from within. It's a maturity that sets in, that one realizes that every moment is so precious, and that's the opportunity. It's all, if somebody desires something else, they're not interested in this, right? If they desire to become a successful businesswoman, businessman, or actor, or famous, or politician, they're not going to be interested to hear these words. They're interested in what will promote them to get what they desire. So the desire sets the direction. It either can go outward or inward back to yourself.
And desire is a thought, therefore it's propelled, let's say, by prana.
Yes, except the desire, which is the primal, the first one, we can say it is an urge. An urge. They define one-pointed desire as urge, as a life force. It's so powerful. So when in the Maya story, when there is the source, and the source is beginningless, endless, and therefore it is changeless, and from the source Maya came out, and Maya has two faces. One face, she's looking at the source, and all she knows is source itself. The other face is looking out. She forgets the face looking in. She gets scared, so there's forgetfulness, fear, and now burst in that urge, that desire for the source. That desire is a life force. It creates, it's desire, then it's knowledge, and then it's action to get the results that she wants. And the result that she wants is to return to the self. Yet because she forgot the direction, she starts to create and looking for the self, for the source in her creation. So she creates, she's looking for the source, she can't find the source in her creation. She reacts, she creates again. And that's how she moves, constantly creating infinitely. Yeah?
Yeah, sure. It explains all the creatures of the earth.
So now, basically, what happens, it's the same urge. Then, when the mind is outward bent, like the sense of personality, separation, ego, what happens, it perceives many objects. So that desire starts to split. I want this, and I want that, and I don't want this to happen. I want it to happen in my way, and I want this object, and I want this person, and I don't want this interaction. So
who's saying that?
That's the personality, the lower mind.
The lower mind. That's what's saying that.
Yes. So that it takes the same desire and redirects it like a river that split to many small rivers. So the force of that urge dissipates. This is what Ramana calls the weakness of the mind. This is what the sages said, that when the desire dissipates to many objects of the world, or it can be to your beliefs reacting, shouldn't, arguing with what is happening, conflict, dissipates that intense desire.
So in this world that we share out here, that's called multitasking, and multitasking can never really be perfected. Because the energy of that person is going in so many places.
Not only that, it's also doesn't enable for the mind to be one-pointed.
Yeah.
Years ago, I thought that people that are very successful, they have a one point. They would be so focused that they would be able to concentrate and have a one-pointed desire.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked with someone who was, I think, a billionaire. Yet when he shifted the attention in, he told me, my mind is all over the place. I cannot focus. I cannot concentrate.
Why?
Because when he was directing it outside, he was focused in a direction. There were so many things that his mind was jumping like a monkey mind.
Even though he was focused on one thing, I mean, to be successful or be a movie star, in order to do that, he had to have so many different things to focus on. He then had no power.
It wasn't concentrated on one thought.
Yeah.
So how does it go along with the expansion of the desires that Abraham is talking about? How does it link together?
It's anytime you don't want something, you expand your desire, that desire grows. This is what she is talking.
So this is splitting out.
This means creation, infinitely creating more and more illusions.
Not wanting is the same as wanting.
Yeah, it's the same.
Identical.
Yeah.
Not wanting.
Thing is the same. I don't want you to behave a certain way. It's the same way. Right? I want is resistance.
Yes.
I don't want is also resistance. I'm resisting what is.
The duality.
Yeah. Also, I don't want, that means I am actually moved into my imagination. I'm not even present with what is.
So how does it support, like the Abraham Hicks or the law of attraction and all this that we were? How does it link to divine point and desire for the direction? How does it go?
How I linked it?
Yeah.
I linked it because I saw that if people would find the path of least resistance and they will build concentration, that will be already very helpful. I used the Abraham Hicks or even the Louis Hay just so for the mind will build concentration. So it's easier for what the mind is more motivated. Everything is always working out for me. It loves that much more than I am that.
So it comes back to the word of earnest and honest.
Yeah, it's just a maturity. And most people are more motivated to gain something. How many people are really motivated to give up everything?